When it came to the Verizon tower situation, we've made clear from day one that our objectives are we want to protect property values in North Willow Farms. We want to persuade Verizon to stick their poles somewhere other than our front yards. And we want to ensure that carriers are required to share infrastructure whenever possible so that we can avoid a proliferation of towers through North Willow as other carriers come in and want to do 5G deployments as well. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share some big news that we have about a decision the city has made about the permits. I'm going to give you an update on a call that Dave Berman and I had with Verizon, and I'm going to give you a little bit of insight about what you can expect next. Verizon has applied for 12 right-of-way permits to install towers throughout North Willow Farms. Of those 12 permits, 6 were already issued before we even found out about them. This week, we received word from the city that they've placed an administrative hold on the 6 permits that had not yet been issued. What does that mean? It means that these 6 permits will remain on hold indefinitely. The city has notified Verizon of this decision. I expect it also means that any additional permits that Verizon or any other wireless carrier places will be put in the same status because of our designation for underground utilities. Last week, Dave Berman and I had an introductory call with Verizon. There's not a lot to report from that call. It was a productive session. It was intended to lay the groundwork for possible future discussions. I will say that one great outcome from the conversation is that we shared with Verizon that their vendor had not yet been back to repair sidewalks and yards. And in the time since we've had that conversation, they actually have gotten back to repair yards, and I'm told that they'll be here tomorrow to repair sidewalks. So big thanks to Verizon for helping get that done for us. A lot of times when you deal with a situation like the one we're in with Verizon, there's some sort of precedent or case law or social norm that you can fall back on to help decide what should be done. In our case, there is none. What we're doing is really dealing with Verizon, and they're facing this challenge for the first time. And so the conclusion that we end up reaching with them is going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact for us. It's going to have an impact for other homeowners and neighborhoods in the city and the state and possibly even throughout the country. As it relates specifically to North Willow, we're on to the next phase of our dispute now. If you're one of the people who still faces the possibility of a Verizon tower in your front yard, I want you to know that we are still hard at work to make the best possible outcome we can for you. I can't promise you that we can deliver the result that you want, but we are going to continue to execute our legal, political, and media strategies in order to achieve the best possible outcome we can for North Willow. I want to thank everyone for your support, for your encouragement. Even if you disagreed and pushed back on me, I want to thank you for that. I really appreciate when neighbors challenge us and push us to make the best possible decisions that we can. I want to thank Ashley Lopez, who, browsing through the IBJ one Saturday morning, found this public notice and brought it to our attention. I want to thank Dave Berman, my new great friend who spent so much time with me and who's been so generous to me and to the neighborhood with his abilities and with his connections that he's developed in his time as a lobbyist. Our vision is to be Indy's safest and most vibrant community for all families. The way that we have come together to work not just for our own good, but for the good of homeowners and neighborhoods all throughout really, I think, speaks to us and speaks about us, and it reveals that our vision is something more than just a slogan. It's who we are. It makes me wonder what else we can accomplish. I'll keep you updated on the Verizon Tower situation. You can always reach me at president@northwillowfarms.org.